I've never met anyone who likes waiting in long airport security lines. And that's why in this video, I'm going to share with you one travel hack that you can use to get through security in a breeze. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Financial Freedom System YouTube channel, where I help you upgrade your mindset, money, and more so you can live a life full of financial freedom and purpose. Now, I love traveling. I love everything about the experience except for waiting in long, unnecessary lines going through security. And we know that can take a long time, sometimes hours in fact, where you're stuck there sweating, wondering if you're going to make your flight or not. And that's why this travel hack's really important. It's going to help you get through security very quickly, but at the same time, it's going to help you use your time and your energy better so that you can basically use it to do something more productive. And one quick note, for the sake of this video, I'm about to catch a flight from Toronto to Halifax in about 3 hours time. So I'm going to explain how it works here in my hotel. We're going to take the train up to the airport, and this is specific to Toronto Pearson International Airport, but the same rules apply, the same basic framework applies. So watch this video, and then if you know how it works in your home country or your home city, and you can share that with everybody else so somebody else will find value in it, go ahead and drop that down in the comments below. All right, so the key to skipping those long security lines and making everybody that's there waiting in the regular line jealous of you is to get a travel credit card with expedited security access. And I'm going to outline those steps here, but one quick note, this works for you, but sometimes depending on the card and the benefits and really the features of the card as well, is you can also take people traveling with you through that line, which is a huge bonus. My American Express Business Platinum card is what gives me access to this feature. So I'm going to show you exactly how that works today because I've got to use it in a few hours. So to find this site, I Googled Priority Security Lane Access AMEX at Toronto Pearson International Airport, and it brought me to this section. It says use your online account, log in below to request one-time use QR codes. So you're going to get a QR code that you can scan basically for yourself and your travel companions. And I'm traveling by myself today, so that's really easy. But you can scan it to access the Priority Security Lane e-gate anytime you're traveling at Toronto Pearson Airport. And these are the cards here in Canada that qualify you: the Platinum card, Business Platinum card, Corporate Platinum card, American Express Airplane Reserve card and the rest of their suites, the American Express Air Miles Reserve card, and the Centurion card, and the American Express Air Canada card. I'm sure if other cards allow you to do that as well, they would update it there. But let's basically click log in. All right, before you travel, get your Priority Security Lane access, including yourself, how many people are traveling. It says you can request up to 10 QR codes at a time. So it's just myself, terms and conditions. All right, I'm going to agree to those because I read them all. I'm going to click next. You may choose to scan the QR codes directly from this webpage, print or email them to yourself to access the Priority Security Lane. So maybe I will click download. I'm going to email that to myself. All right, so here's the email. Click the links below provided for your one-time use QR code passes. Access the American Express Priority Security Lanes in Terminals 1 and 3. So that's an important thing to listen to as well. This supposedly works in both terminals at Toronto Pearson 1 and 3. Simply scan the QR code at the electronic gates for access. You and each of your accompanying travelers will require a separate QR code, so one doesn't work for the group that you're traveling with. You may scan the QR code directly from the web page, save as an image, or print in advance of your trip. There's the link right there, and I can just enter my email address, and that will allow me to bring it up on my phone so I can obviously use it when I get to the airport. There you go, and that is sent. So now it's time to leave. I've got like 20 minutes to pack up my room. We're going to catch the UP Express from Union Station all the way up to Toronto Pearson, which is the smoothest, easiest, simplest ride. I love taking it anytime I'm here in Toronto, and we're gonna give this a shot, see how it works. It is a few weeks after my trip, and I have to say, after using the American Express Priority Lane, it is one of the smoothest things that I've ever done when it comes to traveling, and I'm definitely going to be doing it again time after time. Bonus points when I'm able to bring the people that are traveling with me through that line and skip the wait. When I got to the airport, it was way busier than I thought it would be. It was the middle of the week. It was a 1 p.m. flight, so I didn't think it'd be that busy. But the reality is, it's Toronto. It's one of the busiest airports in the world, and thankfully, I didn't have to wait in that line. I had downloaded my QR code and I brought it up on my phone, so I had that ready to go. And when I first got to the airport, I looked at the wait times for that terminal, and they were saying it was about a 30-minute wait time. And from people that were actually going through the security, they were able to say it's more like 40 minutes wait time. And if you compare that to me, who walks up to security, just to the left of the regular security line, I saw this sign for the American Express Priority Lane, and there was nobody in line. I was able to scan the QR code. It opened up. I walked through, and I would have waited probably about 10 minutes from the time that I got in line behind, let's say, 6, 7 people, and that includes the people that were actually loading their stuff into the security scanner, let's say the X-ray scanner or whatever technology they use. And from start to finish, me going through that process took about 10 minutes. So I had a 10-minute wait compared to a 40-minute wait, and I was definitely happy with that. All right, just like that, I'm through security. Super smooth. It was like 10 minutes max compared to like a 40-minute wait. So a few questions that might come up for people is like, what if you don't have a phone that you travel with, an iPad, something like that? Well, you can obviously, when you download your QR codes, you can go ahead and just print those off. So if you have access to a printer, that would be an easy way to problem solve that. And maybe another one would be basically, how many times can you use this code? Like, if I travel through Toronto Pearson every week, can I use that code? The answer is no. You have to, for every time that you travel, for every trip, for every time that you go through security, you have to go in, fill this information out, and then you're able to access that code. So it's one-time use only. And a question that I had personally before going through and trying this feature out was I going to have to show one of the qualifying credit cards that basically got me this access? And I guess the answer is no, because it's linked to the credit card that you have when you go through that process. I guess you don't have to, but I had it with me just in case. So that is one way that I've been able to skip through long airport security lines. And I hope that you are able to use the tips that I shared in this video to do the exact same thing. Now, if you are flying through Toronto Pearson, this works for certain credit cards through the American Express Priority Lane. But like I said at the start of this video, if you're not, I encourage you to do some research to look at what options you might have to get expedited access or priority access through security at airports in your area. And if you know of any other tricks, let me know down below how you can move through security fast. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button and go down and click the subscribe button if you want to learn how you can live a life full of financial freedom.